So it's Thursday night, you just get home, open up the refrigerator, you have leftovers. You had no plan on what you were going to be eating that night. The day was busy as hell. You just completely feel like you were run over by a freight train. All of the things that you're trying to do seem to keep getting blurred and blurred and blurred. Every day becomes a blur on that hamster wheel. And you feel that you've lost your purpose. You're trying to understand, what am I doing and why am I doing this? What is going on, as you just go through the motions? And then you come into the weekend and it's just trying to catch up or have a little bit of recreation, just to have a checkout from your busy life. And you go right back into it on Monday because you feel that you really don't know what your purpose is anymore, or you haven't been able to define what that is, and you feel lost touch with that. Well, friend, if you said yes or felt that any one of those points is something that you're dealing with right now, then this video is for you. Hi, my name is Bernie from Tiger Resilience, where we offer human solutions for individuals seeking to reach their potential. And let's get right into this. This is one of the 5 pillars that we work with in our program here. 5 very specific principle-based pillars that help individuals going from where they are to where they want to go. And then also to continually move forward and move forward. This isn't just from point A to point B. This is a continuum, a fluid process of your life. And this is what our programs are based on. But today we're going to talk about the pillar 1, the first pillar, and that is purpose, defining your purpose. But before I get into it, at least let me qualify myself to be able to speak on this. I've been working in behavioral health for almost 30 years. I'm in the process right now of working on building a psychiatric hospital and opening it up. I'm working with the clinical team there, and I'm part of all of that development. The hospital itself will be dealing with psychiatric, but I specifically work with psychiatric, behavioral health, mental health, and substance use. But one of the most powerful pieces that I've worked with over the years is just personal development. And you'd be very intrigued to find that all of the things that make us and work in behavioral health all are intertwined with personal development. There's nothing that I'm going to talk about right now that doesn't have an application to every person in their life, let alone somebody dealing with either an addiction or a behavioral health challenge from some psychiatric challenge. So in addition to that, I'd also qualify myself as somebody who's known how to define purpose by coming from deep struggles. I was a person who was lost at the age of 17, homeless, living in a snowbank in Central Park, New York, no fault of my own because my family disintegrated. Things happen. Life's not fair. That's just the way it is. But it was defining my purpose at that age and finding what it is that I was here to do, what I wanted to do, that set in motion a lot of the things that I'm going to share with you, and a lot of the points and things that we have developed in our program at Tiger Resilience. So again, let's get right into this. So purpose, defining our purpose. First and most important part is, what are the roles that we play in our life? And the best way I like to take this apart is to break it apart into the 4 characteristics or the 4 domains of the human condition, as I refer to it as: the body, the mind, the heart, and the spirit. Now, first, let me preface, when I say spirit, there's multiple reasons for using the word spirit, but that can have many different terms, and for every person it's a little bit different. So first, let's start off with the top, the body, the physical health. All right, you've heard of IQ for our intelligence, right? Well, physical health is PQ, our physical quotient, our ability to understand our physical health. So what's my purpose in my physical health? Well, that's something you define. What are the areas of your life you're trying to improve? You know, myself, I have an extra 28 pounds that I have to take off. So for me, my physical health purpose is to work on getting myself back down to my ideal weight. And in order to do that, I define my purpose and I have a strong why behind it. Well, why do I want to do it? Well, I want longevity for my life. I want to have a quality of life. I want to feel better and have more energy. I want to be around for my wife and my son for a longer term. You know, I want to enjoy myself and feeling comfortable in my own skin and in my own clothes. So that's one little area. Maybe it's I want to work on my physical stretching abilities. Maybe I have some challenges with muscle loss and I want to build up my muscle. You know, maybe it is that I've just literally been so out of shape that I need to really start refocusing and getting myself back into shape. Any one of these can be an attribute to your physical self, the body part of this purpose, defining your purpose. It could also include your eating. It could include your dietary and things that you do with food and your intake. All of these pieces are relevant to that. So defining your purpose first in your body are those elements I just shared with. So then the second one is the mind. How do you define your purpose in your mind, and what does that actually mean? Well, for me, friends, it means learning something new every single day, continually expanding yourself. Let's say, for instance, you want to learn Spanish. And so we're working on a purpose. Well, first of all, what's the purpose you want to learn Spanish? Well, I can share that maybe in my field, I'm working with a lot of people that are from Hispanic communities, and I need to either brush up on my Spanish or I need to learn the language itself. And the real why behind it is then I can communicate with the people I'm working with. So my purpose would be that I want to learn Spanish. And the reason behind it, my why, is because it will help me not only in my work related and my relationships, but also help me because I'm learning another language which just continually expands my capacity to learn more. The more we learn in our brain, the more we push it like a muscle, the more that it grows, the stronger it gets. So let's take the next one, the heart. So what do you think the heart is? Emotions, emotional intelligence, and everything that deals with us from an emotional level. This is our relationships. This is our interaction with each other. This is our interactions with ourself. This could be things that I'm dealing with, whether it would be anxiety, maybe it's depression, maybe it's just not feeling that I'm right-sided in my life right now. Again, starting with this conversation that I'm kind of lost in a loop as I was trying to reference this, that we're just going around spinning our wheels day after day and losing purpose. Well, from the emotional standpoint, maybe personally I just kind of lost my mojo and I need to stop for a minute, put a stop and say, hey, whoa, I got to figure out what it is I'm about. It also can, again, incorporate my family, my relationships with my family. I want to increase my relationship with my wife, or I did a check-in this week and I realized, hey, you know what? We haven't spent any time together. We've been both very, very, very busy, and we've neglected our own time together. So maybe that emotional purpose is that I've got to connect with my wife more often. I need to put this on my schedule. I need to find a way to make that happen. Or it may be with my son, or it could be with my friends and other relationships. So defining your emotional purpose. What is the purpose for you in each areas of your different emotions and how that relates to you? Again, internally and externally with relationships. And then finally, spiritual. Now, what does spiritual means? Well, for me, it can mean a context of something greater than myself, having the ability to understand what reflection is, what prayer is, what meditation is, understanding to take a moment just to kind of check out from the world, stand back from a minute and stop being caught up in all the noise that's going on. So for me, that purpose, and that could be to increase my ability to spend more time meditating in the morning with my routine and my ritual. Maybe it's more time going to church. If I was going to church, if that was something that was important to me, my why with my spiritual connection, spending more time with prayer. Maybe it's spiritual is also my community interaction with others. Maybe it's being more involved with community. Maybe it's more volunteering. Maybe I need to get over and see what I can do to help out my local congregation or my local community health programs or my mental health programs. Maybe I'm just trying to help out some schools and some children who are struggling right now. That volunteer piece, that's all part of that spiritual development. That's all part of purpose. And what is the why behind those? Friend, you have to define that for yourself. But I can say again for myself, my volunteering is something that just rewards me and enriches me 1,000 times over, more so than just any other task, is my ability to give. And I feel that if we're purpose-driven in our ability to give to others, we receive back so much more. So those categories I just mentioned, the body, the mind, the heart, and the spirit. So the physical intelligence, the emotional intelligence, the spiritual intelligence, and of course the intellectual intelligence. Body, mind, heart, spirit. All of those domains are how you start defining your purpose. Define your roles in each one of those, write that down, and then define what is the purpose in that role. One of the things, again, about our program is that this is fluid. What we're discussing right now and things that you'll put together today, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 5 weeks, 2 years from now will be completely different because you'll be in a different place in your life. But the principles behind what I'm sharing with you, these tools, this resource, defining your purpose, that will stay fundamental. That'll be foundational. You won't change that. You're going to just change how you're doing within that parameter, if that makes any sense to you. So friend, if you follow this, first of all, if you follow this in guidelines and you take this and integrate this into your life, defining your purpose in all of these areas of your life, you will start to see a light at the end of the tunnel. And it will not be a train. It will be your future, and a future that you're in control with, not the world around you, that you are now proactive in it, not reactive. You're able to decide for yourself what it is that works and what doesn't work, and not be slave to the system that you're caught up in. And that is the absolute way that we function. My friend, I'm going to tell you right now from personal and professional experience, when you control your life, you're empowered to do so much more. And then the world noise, you'll have the capacity and the capability to just say no to the noise anymore, because you're driven by your purpose. You're driven by what's internally lighting your fire. And that's what this is all about. So friend, I hope you found some value in this. If you'd like to learn more about our program, please see the link below where you can get a free handout that will discuss what are these 5 pillars and what is this all about. Our program is designed specifically to help individuals who are struggling with where they're at to develop their muscles, and I don't mean just their physical muscles. This is the resilience muscle, that piece that's within all of us that helps us get up off the couch, that helps us get off the ground when we fall down, that helps us push that extra weight when we need to at a gym, that gives us that extra moment we need to take care of a specific task at work or with a family member, whatever it may be. That is resilience, is the continuum of standing up and building that muscle to move forward every day. And before we can do anything, friend, we have to understand what is our purpose. So again, I hope you found some value in this video. Further information about our programs is below in the link in description. If you'd like to learn more about our other programs, please see our website where I'll leave the contact information below so you can learn more about our other programs and what it is that we do. I look forward to speaking with you very soon, and I want to wish you and all of yours the very best and to find your purpose today. Take a look and a moment in your life to take a moment and utilize these tools I just shared with you and to find your purpose today so that you can find a new direction. Again, I'll look forward to speaking with you very soon, and I wish you nothing but the best today.